All right, today we're cracking open Richard Lionheart's book, The Indigo Code, and it's presented as something really unique, a travel guide. Not for a country, but for a whole different way of being. Designed for people who've always felt like maybe, just maybe, they aren't originally from here.
So here's the game plan for our little deep dive. We're going to start with this idea of a new wave of souls landing on Earth. Then we'll get into what it means to be a multidimensional entrepreneur. From there, we'll figure out how to actually unlock this Indigo Code, see how it fits into a bigger cosmic battle for the planet, and finally, look at the ultimate goal, ascension. So, let's get right to the heart of it. The entire book is built on this one fascinating premise, that for the last few decades, some very, very different souls have been showing up on Earth. It all starts with a question that might hit pretty close to home for some of you. This deep, nagging feeling of being an outsider, of just not quite syncing up with the world around you. This feeling is the front door to the whole concept.
And this isn't just some abstract theory. The author, Richard Lionheart, kicks things off by putting himself out there, saying, hey, this is my story too. He shares this really personal feeling of being an outsider, which makes this huge idea feel a lot more grounded.
And here's the big explanation for that feeling. The book says it's a defining trait of what it calls indigo souls. These are supposedly a wave of souls who started arriving from other galaxies around the mid-70s, and they came here with a job to do, to help raise the consciousness of the entire planet.
But get this indigo soul idea isn't just about feeling different or having a spiritual awakening. The book takes it a step further, arguing it's the blueprint for a totally new kind of person, someone who can bridge the spiritual world with the, well, very material world of business.
And this is where it gets really interesting. The book introduces this hybrid identity, the multidimensional entrepreneur. This is an indigo soul who is supposed to master two realms at once. On one hand, you have the metaphysical stuff, like shifting your vibration, and on the other, you have the physical, like literally building business empires to get financially free. And we're not just talking about having good intuition here. The author makes some, well, pretty wild claims about what this identity entails. He talks about personal experiences with everything from alien abduction to time travel and channeling, presenting them as a normal part of reality for this kind of entrepreneur.
Okay, so if you think you might be one of these souls, how do you actually tap into all of this potential? Well, this is where the book shifts from theory to a how-to guide. It lays out a very specific system, the code, to help you figure out your mission.
And the book makes it clear this isn't just something you read cover to cover. It's meant to be used as an active travel guide, almost like an introductory course for a journey of remembering who you were before you even got here.
The whole journey is structured around what the book calls the 6 doors of knowledge. Think of it like a series of levels you have to unlock. You start with big picture ideas, like the universe versus how humans see it, and you work your way through to really specific, powerful stuff, like activating your own psychic abilities in Door 5.
So what's the reward for walking through these doors? Well, the book promises you can unlock a whole new set of skills. We're talking about everything from remembering past lives to spotting negative people, which it calls black roses, and even learning to see what's really happening on the planet beyond the headlines.
Okay, so you've got this personal journey of unlocking your powers. But here's the twist. It's not just about you. According to the book, all of this is happening against an epic cosmic backdrop, a battle for the future of Earth itself.
And who introduces this cosmic drama? Well, the foreword is supposedly written by someone named Arian, who's described as a goddess of the Pleiadians, an extraterrestrial group from the Pleiades star system. And right away, Arian lays out the stakes. She says there's a cosmic tug-of-war happening for the soul of humanity. There are forces trying to keep everyone under control, and the Indigos are here to fight for unity and raise the planet's vibration. And this isn't just some vague, far-off battle. The book claims it's all part of a grand shift of the ages that's happening right now. It says humanity is in the middle of a 30-year process of moving into a totally new state of consciousness called the fourth density. So where does all of this lead? What's the end game here? According to the book, it's nothing less than a total transformation, both for you as an individual and for all of society.
And you can really see this as a shift from one way of being to another, like a complete system upgrade for humanity, moving away from the old paradigm of competition and needing outside approval, and into a new one based on cooperation, self-acceptance, and love.
So when you put it all together, the end game is huge. It's about personal ascension to a higher consciousness, becoming totally free, personally and financially, and playing a role in healing the planet, which it calls Gaia. The ultimate goal is to help build a new world based on this universal principle of oneness.
You know, the Indigo Code lays out this really detailed blueprint for a new world. And it kind of makes you wonder, right? If you had the chance to just rewrite one fundamental rule of our society's code, what would be the very first thing you'd change?